Hello, Aquarius. It's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here with your general reading for the first half of December 2025. Thank you so much for being here. Please do subscribe and like. If you know your other sign placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, it's helpful to watch those videos as well. If something in the video resonates with you and you would like to take a deeper look, figure out how to navigate through it better. If you're interested in a personal reading with me for yourself or as a gift for someone else, you can email me for more information, Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. You can click on the description of this video below to see those contact details as well. I can usually get back to you same day. I do cover all areas of life, love and romance, relationship compatibility, career, work, money, investment. I do 6 and 12-month overviews. And I do this full time, so I'm quite diligent about the timely scheduling of personal readings. So if you're interested, email me. They do make great gifts as we are heading into the holiday season. They're easy to give, and personal readings, of course, are personal, so something else to keep in mind. Okay, Aquarius. Air sign of Aquarius. Let's see what the first half of December 2025 has in store for you. We begin with the Chariot card. Success through perseverance, determination, willpower, staying focused, making sure to stay on top of all those moving parts to keep them focused towards your ultimate goal. Success through perseverance and determination, a refusal to give up. We have the World card. A major cycle or chapter or phase is coming to an end. The World is the last major arcana card in the tarot. We go through many of these phases in our life. They can represent milestones or particular achievements or just passing from one stage, one chapter of life into another. But it does represent that a significant cycle is coming to an end here. And there's a sense of achievement about this as well. It's a card of graduation so that you can move on to a whole new chapter. A whole new cycle will be beginning after this. Oh my goodness. We have the Fool. Which is the very first major arcana card in the tarot. So we have the Fool and the World. So here a major cycle completes, right? And here a new cycle begins. Taking a chance, challenging yourself, stepping out into the unknown, perhaps doing something you've never done before in a different way, taking a risk. It looks like many of you have perhaps worked hard or are in the process of working hard to complete something so that you can move on and move up and move forward on a new cycle, on a new chapter or path. This could be work, it could be career, it could be moving or relocating for some of you as well. And for those of you for whom it might be travel, moving or relocating, it may be at an extended distance, like international. Now your crowning energy for the first half of December, Aquarius, is the Knight of Swords, which is about taking action. I'm definitely seeing here that you have a specific goal you're wanting to accomplish. You're taking action, you're moving forward, you're wrapping things up so that you can start on some kind of new path. This is very swift, action-oriented, intentional energy. Just make sure with the Knight of Swords and the Fool both together, just make sure that you're taking all things into consideration, that you're not just doing this so spontaneously and impulsively that you're, cutting corners or forging ahead without, making sure that you have everything that you need to make this successful moving forward, rather than kind of charging in and not making sure that you have everything you need to make this successful. Looks like a lot of you are very, very determined. Let's take a look at that Knight of Swords. We have the Ace of Cups and the Seven of Wands. So the Aces, it's a new start. It might be new love and romance for some of you. A new path, the beginning of your heart opening up again, staying emotionally open and being willing to be a bit emotionally vulnerable here. The beginning of renewal energy, the beginning of self-love and self-worth. The heart opening up again, perhaps after being closed for some time. You're really determined to pursue this new beginning, this new love, this new path, this new, it might, for some of you, it might even be a new course of learning. It could be a new job. We have the Seven of Wands here, which is a very defensive card. It's a card of standing firm, not giving up, not giving in, defending something you feel pretty strongly about or you feel you have a lot invested in. And it does suggest that you might be facing some challenges. It may be that for some of you, whatever this thing is you're pursuing, I mean, it's a general reading, so it might be in your career or work life, your project life. It might be in your love or romance life. It might just be a path that you've chosen just for yourself because you feel like this is what you need to, the path that you need to walk for your own wholeness. But there is a suggestion that not everybody may be on board with you. Not everybody may be in agreement with you on this new path. But it feels pretty set that you're determined to forge ahead no matter what. All right, let's take a look at the Chariot. Very determined energy here. It's just all about wrapping up the final bits so that you can move forward. The Chariot. We have the Fool again, wanting this new journey, willing to take risks, willing to challenge yourself, willing to embrace that change. We have the Ten of Cups, the happy home, happily ever after card, the white picket fence card. Tens also represent cycle completion and fulfillment and achievement here. And in the Ten of Cups, it's kind of like the family or family community as a whole. It can represent the house itself, home, family, children, marriage. Some of you may be getting married. Some of you may be moving and relocating in the course of that getting married. Some of you may be just moving and relocating your whole home and family here. There's some kind of new cycle that's beginning that is either creating a family environment or continuing a family environment, but in a new and changed sort of way. Beautiful energy. Let's take a look at the World. A cycle completing, a milestone reached and passed. Kind of a card of graduation. Moving up, moving into the next level of something. We have the Nine of Wands and the Empress. So the Nine of Wands is our, I'm going to push through. I might be feeling tired, discouraged, worn out. You know, it's the 11th hour, darkest before dawn card. It does represent that you've been through a number of challenges. And again, for some of you, I'm getting the sense that not everybody may be on board with your choice to walk down this new road or new path, but you're determined to do it anyway. And I feel like for those of you that are still kind of being influenced or affected by other people's perhaps negative opinions or lack of support, I think in the end that most of you will decide that you don't need that external validation in order to move forward on this path, because move forward you are on. You are. Some of you, it just may be there's a sense of achievement here after experiencing a variety of failures or a variety of challenges. We do have the Empress here, which is a card of, you know, it's maternal energy, divine feminine. It's a card of conception and fertility. Some of you may be, you know, it might be literal fertility. Some of you might be becoming pregnant, conceiving, or even giving birth after perhaps going through some challenges in that respect. It may be that you're exiting or leaving a situation where perhaps you weren't being treated right. You may have been in a situation, a relationship, or a job, anything really, where you felt you weren't being treated well, or you weren't being treated according to who you are and what your worth and value is, and you've decided to leave that situation and exit that situation for something much better and to just kind of forge ahead on your own. For some of you, there's an energy of, you know, I've had enough of that situation. I don't need to deal with this anymore. So I'm going to wrap this up and move on into something new. There is a sense of kind of wrapping something up and exiting a phase that has been particularly difficult. So let's take a look at the Fool. Brand new beginnings. We have the Two of Wands and the Five of Swords. This is a decision being made to move forward on a path no matter what it costs. And the cost might be high, and that might be in regards to your relationship with other people or your connections to other people. It may be in the course of making this decision to move ahead that some people are separating themselves from you because, again, it may be that they don't agree with you. This isn't for everyone, but this is for some. This is a card of, I mean, there's always a bit of cautionary advice for me with the Five of Swords, because the Five of Swords is somebody who's in a position of power, or they've won something, but it's come at kind of a high cost, and only you can decide if it's worth it or not, because it does suggest that for some of you in this situation, walking away from whatever you're walking away from and moving forward on a new path may have some collateral damage. There might be a bridge or two burned here, and again, only you can decide if that's worth it or not, because this is winning at all costs. So that's the decision to move forward here. It feels like the right path. It feels like you're doing the right thing for yourself, and for those of you that have home and family, for your home and family as well. All right, let's end with some advice and guidance or final messages from Spirit. The World card again. You know, it's interesting. We've got, I don't know if I've ever had this in the same reading of all the years and years I've been doing this. The World twice and the Fool twice. So significant cycles ending. Whatever this is, you're not going to go back to it. This cycle is done. It's finished. Because you want to forge ahead. This is also a very good indication from Spirit that you are absolutely on the right path. The Page of Cups. Keep your heart open, keep your mind open, be positive, be cheerful, communicate as well as you can. And even the people that don't agree with you, don't waste too much time getting into arguments or conflicts about it. Stay open, but stay firm. And we have the Seven of Cups. Keep focused on the possibility and potential in front of you. Don't be afraid to embrace change. Don't be afraid to take risks. You want to make sure they are, in some sense, calculated risks. You want to make sure there's water in the pool before you jump. But stay focused on the possibility and potential ahead of you. Don't allow yourself to be dragged down by naysayers or by other people's disagreements, or for some of you, by people trying to kind of insert some kind of self-doubt, fear, anxiety, or try to make you second guess yourself. This is a path that Spirit is strongly supporting. And don't be so afraid of it that you allow it to stop you. This is, I mean, with the Fool twice, this is all about forging ahead, getting off the beaten path and exploring the path for what you gain on the journey. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Aquarius, those are your messages for the first half of December 2025. And for those of you for whom they made sense, I hope it was of some use to you, that it was helpful, gave you something to chew on. Anyway, if you would like to take a deeper dive into it and see how it plays out in your own life and situation and how to navigate through it, or you just like the reading style, again, if you're interested in a personal reading with me for yourself, or perhaps as a lovely gift for someone else, email me for more information, Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. You can click on the description of this video below to see those contact details as well. I would be delighted to hear from you and to work with you. I will see you all shortly. As always, be safe, be well. Many blessings to you, and I hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.